Good evening. So today we're going to look at how to georeference an image in ARCMAP. But first, we're going to look at some tools in Google Earth that will help us to understand it or get our points and image and georeference it in ARCMAP. So this is the area we're going to focus. So before you can get your own image, what you have to do is that locate the study area you want to work with and get some known point of which you could use as your reference point or your control point. So this is the image. So now I'm going to use this corners as my control point. But before that, let's go to some tools in Google Earth. So we're going to understand the coordinate system types in Google Earth. So when you go to tools, you go to options, the 3D view. As you can see here, show lat long. So we have the lat long in decimal degrees. We have that one the coordinate in what? Degrees, minutes, seconds. We have it in degrees, decimal minute. We have it in the UTM, that is the Universal Transverse Mercator, and the Military Georeference System, that's the MGRS. So it depends on the type of georeference you want to do. If let's say you're going to consider the geographic coordinate system, meaning that you have to consider these three reference systems. So what you have to do is that you have to choose any three of these options. So either decimal degrees, degrees milliseconds, or degree decimal minutes. But if you're going to project or georeferences using the projected coordinate systems, you have to take either the UTM or the military georeference. But the military one is usually used by the military, so we don't consider that one. So if you want to use the project coordinate system as your reference, you have to use the UTM. That's the one that is used across the world. So what you have to do is that now you have two main types of coordinate system. You have the geographic and the projected. Now the geographic talks about the coordinate system that deals with the geography we find ourselves. You get it? And this one, they don't have any unit. They don't have any unit. And the projected one is the one that is having a unit. And this one was obtained by some transformational parameters they got to gain this projected coordinate systems. So you have a general one for when you come to the geographic coordinate system, you have a general one for the whole universe. And when you come to the projected coordinate system, we have one that is general to the universe. So the UTM is the projected coordinate system for the whole universe, and the degree milliseconds is the geographic coordinate system for the whole universe. So then you're going to use the geographic coordinate system. So I'll use the degree milliseconds. I'll just apply. You can see the changes here. You can see this is the north, this is the west. Okay. So this is the image I want to use. So what I will do is that I have to pick or indicate the portions I want to use for my control point. So I'll just use the place marker. I'll click on it, then bring it to this place. So this will be one of my points. So this is the coordinate of that point, but I don't want to use the coordinate to georeference. I want to use the positions to georeference. So I'll just name it, let's say control point 1, that is CP underscore cp underscore 1. Then okay. So this is my first control point. And bring the next one here. So cp underscore 2, my second control point. Okay. Then this one to at this place. cp underscore 3. So cp underscore 4. Then okay. So this time I control point. Now I want to capture my image in a very high resolution format so that you can get the features inside and digitize. So let me bring it for a small. Okay. So only that my image will cover all these areas. Okay, so I'll just go to this place, save image. I click on it. Oh, but I have to position my image first. So I'll just go to view, reset, tilt and compass. So now to position my image well. So I'll bring it back a little. So let me go to tilt. Now to position the image well. I'm having my point. And I now go and save my image. I want a very clear image, so that I don't want to see all these legends and map titles. So what I'll do is that I'll just go to map options, untick these things. Yes, I save my work. You can see that everything is gone now. So now I can just, now I want the image in very high resolution. So I'll just go here and choose the last one, that's the maximum. Okay. Then now I can now save my image. So let me say image RR. I'll just save it. Okay, so now I've saved my image. And I have to import my point because I'm going to use this point to georeference my image. So now I have to export this point too. So I'll just select, right click, then save place as. So this is my save control point 1. I save it. Come to 2, right click, save place as. Control point 2. I save. I go here, right click, 2.3. Same applies to this one. 2.4. Now I'll save everything. So then I go to my ARCMAP. And now I'll come to my ARCMAP. So the future that I will import it first, the ARCMAP will attain its coding system to this into the software itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the point because I'm going to use the point to georeference my image. So I will import my point first. So you have to connect your folder to where your work is. So now let me see. Then let me import my point. My points are in KMF file. So let's see how we can import a KMF file onto the ARCMAP. So you open your ARC toolbox, go to the conversion tools. You can see from KMF, we just take, then open this for tab, then click on this move folder. Now navigate to where your folders is. Mine is where your files is. So these are my points. So I'll just select first one, load. And okay. So my first point had come. Let me open my second point. Point 2. Okay, my second point 2 has come. I love with my third point. My third point. Okay. Then my last point. My last point. Okay. So these are my control points. So now left for me to import my image as well. So now I have to connect. So you can either use this add data to bring your data in. You can just connect it with your catalog and find your image. So I named it image RR. So this is my image. You can just drag it. Okay, so let me zoom to layer and see where my image is. As you can see, these are my points, these are my control points, and this is my house. So you can see where my image is. You can see it's far. So meaning I have to georeference my image. To georeference my image. So what I'll do is that how to enable your georeferencing tool. So if the tool is not here, just right click on this gray surface. Then you look for georeferencing, then you check it. Make sure it is checked, and the bar will show. Now, if you have multiple images, you have to select the one you want to georeference. Now, I'm having only one image, so that's why the tool has automatically selected this one. So what I'll do is that I have to do a rough georeferencing first. So I'll just click here, and then click on fit to display. Then I click on that one. So you can see that so let me go back. Okay, to fit to display. You can see that this is my first point. This is where the first point is supposed to be. This is my second point. This is where it's supposed to be. So meaning I have to move them. So the point here is the correct point. And this is the point indicated on the image. So I have to move this one here. So what I'll do is I'll just come here and then go to add control points. I'll just click on this add control point. Come to this place. right click, then push it back to where the correct point is. So consuming to get the correct view, and just let's click. See, it has moved the image to where the point is. So this is for the first one. Then point. So as one is done, you can see that automatically the others will be shifted small. Then at point 2, right click, and I go to this place. And I just click and I move it. Then I go to the third point. So you can see that the third point is almost close to where the point is. You can see. So you can just click here. Then move to the where the point is. Okay. Okay. So you can see that even the fourth one is already there. So meaning we are done with our georeference. We have georeferenced our image perfectly. Just go here, then update georeference. Okay, so now I want to start my editing. So what I'll do is that I have to go to the folder I'm working in. So let's say I'm working on this folder, I've selected it. Right click on it, then go to new, then go to shapefile, right click on it. Then now I have to give it a name, let's say layout 1. So layout 1. Then go here, choose polygon, edit. So I have to specify the coordinate system. You see this one where we are dealing with the geographic coordinate system. So I'll have to go to the geographic coordinate system because we selected the longitude, latitude, and the ellipsoidal height. When these coordinates are the geographic coordinate system. So if we used the UTM, meaning that I have to choose the projected coordinate system. So you go to geographic, and the one we chose is the one for the whole world. So you come here and choose the world, and the name is WGS84. So select this one, then OK, and just press OK. So this is our shapefile for the layout. Then after that, you have to enable the editing. So there are two ways. So either you go here, right click here, then enable the editor tool here, or you can just right click on the shapefile you have created, go to edit features, and click on start editing. So automatically it will bring the tab, the editor tab. So when this one comes, what do you do? I just go to create features. So I'll click on this one, then it will bring up the create features tool and the construction tool. So I have to click on this layout, and to bring the construction tools here. So what I'll do is that I'm going to start with this layout. So you can see here is a curve. So now this one is a curve. So what I'll do is that you can see these tools. This one is the straight line. This one is for an arc. This one is for a trace. So let's say if you're already having, let's say, a shapefile there with 8 line, you can just trace it to get the other one. And this one is used to edit the vertices of the shapefile. As well as this one, and this one is to split, because you're going to use the arc to get this small arc. So what I do is I have to make one point here, then make another point here, Then as you move to the middle of the line like this, and just let's click. Then after that, we are done with the arc. So there's another arc here. So what I'll do is that I have to come here, let's say right click at this place. Now just move it something like this, move it on the line to get your arc. Then just let's click on it. And here too there's an arc here. So I'll just let's click here, then push something small like this. Let's click. Now we are done with the arc. So you have to choose the line. So choose the line, then bring it here, then let's click. To a straight line, choose a straight line. Let's click. So you have to get your mouse, start to help you to negotiate to get this beautiful curve. Then this one too, and move to this place. So I just let's click. Here to the second here, so I'll choose the arc. Then make my reference point here. I just drag to get my small arc here. Okay. So you can see the last one, just double click. So you can see I'm having my neat outline. I'm having my neat outline. So when I'm done with this one, so there are two things to do. So it's either I go and pick and create another shapefile, or I use the same layout shapefile, then go to edit, start editing, then I go to create features, the same thing, same polygon, and just edit this one too as well. So this is a curve, right click, let's click here. No, I should, so can just press Ctrl Z to go back. So this one is a curve, it's an arc, so I have to select the arc, make my first point here, second point here, and just push to get my arc. Then I continue to this place. So right now I'm done with this layout, this layout. Okay, so if I want to do for the circle, then I have to create a shapefile for the circle. So I right click on my downloads, the new, the shapefile, then just choose polygon. So the circle is the market, so market. Then I choose my coordinate type, what 84. Okay, then okay. Then I go to, I choose market, right click, other features, then I started it. Then you go to the editor tab, create features, edit. Then this one I want to select circle. Well, this one is a circle. So you can start at the center of the circle, want to construct Let's click, then we drag. So let's say this is my circle. So I just want to move the circle small, so I choose this one. I can move it. So let's say, okay. Okay. So there's my circle. Then now I'll just move this one up like this. Save, top edit. So this for the circle. So you do that for this layout, this layout, this layout, and the small buildings inside. So we can see that this layout contains these two layouts. Now I want to separate these two shapefiles. I want to separate them. So there are two ways to do that. So what I'll do is that I'll open the attribute table for this one. The attribute table. There's the attribute table. We've not added any field. So if you want to add a field to the attribute table, you just click on the table options and see add field. And before you can add field, you make sure that the start editing is stopped before you can do that. So click on it. Now it asks you for the name of the field. So let's say this is what we give it names. The name is a text. So when you go to the type here, when you choose short integer, meaning that you are referring to numbers, long integer, numbers, then float, you are referring to numbers with decimals, double, you are referring to numbers with decimals, and text, you are referring to text. So we choose text, you give the length of the text, let's say 20, then I press OK. So you can see the field is activated. So if I want to write something for this place, so if I select this row, you can see that that layout has been selected. If I select this row, you can see that this one has been selected. So I want to give one name to this layout and another name for this layout. So I have to start editing. I choose market. Okay. Then I just, so let's say layout. This one. Then I come here and choose layout 2. Okay, so I'm done with this one. Then I save edit. I stop edit. Me additional. So after creating the field, what to do again is that you're going to separate the shape files. So you can either do it by attribute, or you can just go to the layout, or you select one of the layouts, then right click on this, on the main layout, you go to data, export data. Then you can see, so export selected feature, so meaning that it is going to export the feature you have selected. Then press OK. So this one, it will be on this folder. So you can direct the folder. So we want it to be at downloads. So let's say we choose this one, then shapefile. Okay. Okay, yes. So let's look for our exported data. So this is our exported data. Now if I turn off this layout, this one is down here. So if I pull it up, so this is my exported layout. So you can do the same for this one. You can come and select this layout, then you export. So that's how we separate the shapefiles. So I think with this video, you should be able to complete your assignment. But better still, if you face any problems, you can just contact me. Then we try to solve it out. Thank you. Have a nice day.